I really wish someone would have told me this trick when I first started buying real estate. It would have completely changed how I looked at paying off my home. I just talked to a client today who's going to pay off his mortgage in under 4 years. This strategy alone is going to save them $248,000 in interest. But here's where it gets really crazy. Once the home is paid off, if they were to still continue to invest their principal and interest payment into an index fund that gets them almost 10% in interest, they're going to grow their wealth to about $1.8 million. Let me show you exactly how this loan is going to break down. We're refinancing this $198,000 loan balance. We're going to compare this mortgage to a 7% interest rate today. Between him and his wife, they bring in about $8,800 a month. They've got about 34 grand sitting in their checking account that we're going to deposit into our HELOC. Now remember, the easiest way to understand this strategy is we use our first lien HELOC like we do our checking account. We make our normal debits and credits. Anytime we make a deposit into the HELOC, it's going to reduce our loan balance dollar for dollar, whether you deposit $1,000 or $100,000. As the balance reduces, so does the interest charges. Interest gets calculated on a daily basis, so we want the loan balance to go down as fast as possible. It's going to help us save money on interest. And if we haven't met before, my name's Seanu Uyehara. I've been a mortgage lender for almost 20 years, and my team and I specialize in the first lien HELOC. This is the one strategy the banks, realtors, loan officers are not going to teach you. But with this strategy, you can literally pay off mortgages in years instead of decades without changing any of your financial spending habits. So if you're sick and tired of throwing interest away to the banks, save this video and follow me because I show you how to do this every single day so you can live the life that you truly dream of and stop being a slave to the bank. Okay, at the end of the month, after we pay all of our bills and expenses, we've got roughly 3 grand left over. So we got 8 grand going in, 3 grand left over. We're going to compare this to a 30-year fixed mortgage. Again, here's what it would look like in 30 years. Here's our mortgage, $198,000 balance paid in 3.8 years, saving $248,000 in interest. Okay, so stay with me. This is where everyone gets lost. We've got an 8.3% average rate that we're using on the HELOC. The HELOC adjusts every single month based on the SOFR index, the secured overnight financing rate. But we're only paying $28,000 in interest in the 3.8 years. So we're never paying the full 8% interest rate that you see here because the real rate of interest is based off of this. That number gives us an effective rate of 0.9%. While so many of you brag about your 3% rate, you sure as hell don't got a 0.9% rate on your home. Okay, so now this is where it gets cool. So again, if we were to still make this principal and interest payment for the next 30 years, because if they were in a 30-year fixed mortgage, that's what they would have to do to pay off that home. And we got a 10% return annually, we would accumulate another $1.8 million in an investment account just by continuing to put that money to use. So would you rather be stuck in debt for 30 years paying the bank, or put that money to an investment account, some real estate, and start building some wealth? No one's going to teach you how to do this. The banks want you in debt. They want you broke and poor. That's how the system is designed. If you haven't woken up to that idea yet, you really need to start looking at what's going on. They want us in debt for 30 years. That's how the system is going to keep us down, and the elites are going to make all the money. With the right strategy, you can get out of debt faster, start building wealth, start building some passive income, and retire and truly live the life that you all dream of living. Like I said, I wish I would have learned this sooner. You don't have to be a slave in your mortgage for 30 years. Send me a DM if you want to learn how to get out of debt, use this strategy, and stop being a pawn in the system.